Welcome back to Slacker Gaming, and welcome back to the Jackson Jensen story. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at our view offers, see what kind of job offers we get, and make a decision on where we're going to spend next year and maybe the rest of our career. So if you'd like to watch that, stick around. All right, I know we finished 8-6. It's not great. It was an okay season. We learned a little bit about our team. We learned that we are better when we ran the ball than trying to throw it with our overrated quarterback. We learned a little bit about that and kind of how we want to take this program going forward if we decide to stay. Now, we got some job offers. You get job offers usually every single year after the season is over. And in the last episode, we looked at him. Let's take a look at him now and see what we got. So we got the defensive coordinator of Miami. Now, if this was a head coach of Miami, this would be amazing. Defensive coordinator, not a huge fan of. Offense coordinator of Texas. Texas, one of the prime, I guess, hotbeds of football. I mean, when you think of football, you think of Texas, you think of USC, which we got a head coach opportunity. And we got an offense coordinator from Utah. Now, Utah, I'm not going to take the offense coordinator position. If I'm taking an offense coordinator position, I'm taking it at a prime school like Texas. Because it's one of those things, like I go from a head coach to an offense coordinator. That's probably going to boost me up to a better head coach position. And, you know, I got a head coach position here with USC, who could be one of the best teams in the nation if they just figured it out. Last season, they went 5-7. Last season, Texas went 7-5 in the SEC. So that's why these two positions are open. I like both positions, but I think we're going to skip to next week and see what opportunities we have. You might be like, what? Why would you not take a head coach position at USC? I don't love either place. I don't love being an offensive coordinator, going back to an offensive coordinator, because that kind of just throws off everything as far as how to edit and everything like that. It kind of just throws everything off. I also don't want to go to USC because I'm just not a huge USC person. So I want to see what we have to offer next week in I guess, job offers, and see if we get some additional job offers. The other reason is I also kind of, in a way, don't feel like I really deserve those opportunities because we went 8-6 last year. That being said, I don't really feel like I've earned the ability to head coach a college like USC. I could understand the offensive coordinator position at Texas, but again, I don't know if I want to go back to being an offensive coordinator. So let's go ahead and go to next week and see if we get some different job opportunities and see kind of where we stand going forward. Because I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't mind staying at Fresno and trying to rebuild them. I really wouldn't mind doing that. So I'll have to see. Brenham had himself a game. So I'll have to kind of see what we got here. So let's go ahead and jump into the view job offers. Last week, we turned down a job offer to office coordinator to Texas and a head coach to USC. Those were like the big two job offers there. We got a head coaching position at Nevada. We got a head coaching position at Rice, an offense coordinator at Tennessee, and a head coach at Jackson State or Jack State. And I really don't think we do any of these. I think they're all kind of no, you know. I'm just not feeling it. It says job upgrade, but I don't really see it Jack State being a job upgrade. Tennessee, job upgrade, but again, if we were going to take an offensive coordinator position, it would have been at Texas. So I think we don't take any of these. I'm not a huge fan of any of these, honestly. And that's fine. I told you, I'm okay with staying at Fresno State right now, bringing in the guys, the recruits that we recruited all year long, and seeing what we can do with them. Let's see if we lost any of our staff. We did, our office coordinator. I bet our office coordinator took the position at either USC or I don't remember which one it was. I think it was offensive coordinator position at Texas. So our offensive coordinator might have went to Texas. All right. Okay. This guy would be good. I think I like Jake Quincy. think we go ahead and offer him. We'll see if he takes it. I don't know if he will. All right, let's see where everyone went with the coaching carousel. Nothing. Love it. I didn't think we would be. That's fine. So Quincy did decide to come, which is huge. I think he's going to be really beneficial for us with motivator, tactician, and a tad in recruiting. I feel confident with that. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident with that stuff. So glad we got a good hire there. It's Otis, yeah. So Otis, our offense coordinator, went and took the offense coordinator position at Texas. Good for him. Good to see that. All right. So let's go ahead. And now that we know kind of where everyone's going, let's take a look at the college football playoff bracket, see where we are at. We should be close to the national championship game. So Texas Tech, Oregon in game 1, game 2, Ohio State and Kentucky. I think I had Ohio State and Kentucky, Oregon, and Alabama. Appalachian State pulled the upset. Now, Alabama was up 17-3 or 17-7 when we were playing our game and they were playing their first round game. So they came back and won that one. But then Texas Tech kind of took care of business there. Ohio State destroying Georgia, and then a shootout between Boston College and A&M. Kentucky wins that one. Ohio State beating Clemson by 2. Oregon taking care of business on defense. And we got ourselves some pretty good matchups here. If I had to pick, it's probably Ohio State and Oregon. I think that's what last year's national championship game was as well, with Oregon winning it all. Now, remember, my alma mater is Oregon, so I'm cheering for Oregon all the way, kind of. Because I would like to be the head coach, so I kind of want them to lose a little bit too. That way the head coach position opens up. We got a lot of work to do before we ever get there. So, Carl Dobbins, welcome. Welcome to the team. Have to make sure that we don't get some transfers here. Yeah, I think it's number 1 Oregon and number 4 Ohio State in the national championship game again. I believe they met last year, and Oregon was able to win it. We'll have to see if they win it this year. The national championship game being simmed, and the winner of the national championship is Oregon again. So going back to back is Oregon. Huge. Going back to back was Oregon, and wow, just wow. You know, love the Ducks, alma mater. It's our alma mater, love the Ducks. So it's good to see them win. Hopefully they'll eventually start losing when we become good so that we can take over the head coach position. But that's, again, still a long way away. We are at Fresno State, and we can only finish 8-6 in the season. So we got a lot of work to do going into next year. And I believe, yeah, this is a season recap. So we're gonna have a couple of guys wanting to transfer. Rouse, we gotta keep here. He's so big for us at that linebacker position. We gotta keep Rouse here. So we cannot lose him. Players leaving. Here it goes. Please, Rouse, stay. Okay, cool. We are happy pretty much with all this. We'll see. Why not? Try to persuade. Decided to stay. Like to see that. Playing style. Stay here. You'll get some more. Oh, failed. I guess he's leaving. 66 freshmen. I mean, bye-bye. I am a little sad on a few of them, though. Let's just take a quick look at some of the guys we're really going to miss. Keen. No, go ahead. Megwa. Buddy. Man, you were the bomb diggity. Megwa we're going to miss. Megwa will be missed. Wide receiver-wise, not really anything. I mean, Cadis was our number 1, but he wasn't great. Not really missing anything crazy here. Right guard, we'll probably miss him. And then defensive tackle, Holmes, we're going to miss him. He was a beast in a couple of games. He kind of took a few of those games he kind of took over on the defensive side. Jalen Williams, we will miss him. He was big for us. He had a great year last year. And yeah, that's gonna be it. And our kicker Lynch. I guess 8-6 is how we're gonna finish this year as we go on into next week. Excited to see what the new year has in store for us and see what we can do and hopefully get Fresno State in better standing. Oh, Keen got drafted. Wow. After the season he had, Mikey Keen gets drafted in the 5th round. So, hey, that just helps us. It just says, hey, we do get people drafted if you come here. So that's good to see that he got drafted, even though I think he was a terrible quarterback. Let's jump in the transfer portal and offseason recruiting And when we find out what is going on and everything, I will get back to you. All right. Do we got any recruits? Ooh, we're first on a lot. I like it. Now, we got a lot of transfers. And when I mean a lot of transfers, I mean a lot of transfers. So that's big. But we also have to keep in mind, like, you know, these guys are coming in as juniors, which I'm not really worried about, honestly. It actually kind of, we'll see. We'll see. Because a lot of these like this, like, I'm excited for, but I'm not winning this one. There's no way. I just won't be able to offer him what he wants. Maybe. We'll see. We'll go all out for it, though, but I'm not holding my breath on any of these. A lot of these could blow up my face and kind of just waste time. But once we start getting recruits that actually commit, I will let you guys know. All right, here come the commits. Manny Colombo, a guy we were recruiting all year long, finally commits for us. Jeremy Shorter, I believe, is a transfer guy. Goldwire, a guy that we were recruiting all year long. So not bad. So we're able to get a transfer, and 2 guys we were going after all year long finally committed. But that's fine because that opens up some additional time that we can spend on the other transfers that we want. So far, so good. I like what I see. All right, this is it. We are ready for the final week of recruiting. Let's see who we got and see who we basically got in the transfer portal. Rookie, a guy we were trying to get all year long, finally signed with us, finally committed. David Easton, left outside linebacker, I believe. He was a transfer. Hook was a transfer. I really wanted Hook. I'm excited to have him in. I think he's going to do great things at the tight end position. Got a 4-star left outside linebacker in Tuato'i. All right, I'm liking what I see. Chambliss, a guy we really wanted in the transfer portal. Jamari Johnson, another transfer portal guy that I think could do big things at tight end. It looks like we kind of lost out on a few other guys, which... you can't win them all, okay? You can't win all the transfers. Otherwise, you know, you would just be stacked. I want to take a look at the other people we did lose out on. This guy was a big guy that I thought we were going to get. Houston, I thought we stood a better chance at. Wagner, a guy I thought we would get, ends up going somewhere else. So... I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad about it. I do think we did pretty good in recruiting, to be honest with you. I'm excited for what we got coming in for next year. Take a look at National Signing Day. I kind of want to see where we finished at. So we lost out on Story, which is fine. Moving on from him, got a couple of guys here. So we've got quite the recruiting class. I got to be honest with you. I felt like we really hit it this year, and I'm actually kind of glad that we stuck around. I'm actually kind of glad we stuck around in this. I feel like we actually ended up a lot better off than I thought we were going to starting the season out. But we basically got this guy, Page, and Cordero, and after that I was like, well, we're going to be 3 stars, 2 stars after that. We ended up pulling a 4-star here in Scrugans, but then later on in the transfer portal, we nailed the 3 stars and hit a couple of 4 stars there as well. So honestly, not a bad class. I'm excited for the class we were able to pull in here. Let's take a look at the top classes and see where we fall in. And I think before the transfer portal, we were high 90s before the transfer portal. After the transfer portal hit, after all the commits and National Signing Day and everything, we sit at number 26, which I can't be mad about. I cannot be upset with that. That's a huge thing. 6 4-stars, 23 stars, and a 2-star to try to help us rebuild this program into what it was once before when it had a couple of good years. And I mean, come on, 5 5-stars, 4 5-stars. That's fine. We're happy with what we got. We're excited, and I think we're gonna be better next year. I think the 8 and 6 days, the almost 500 days are over here at Fresno State, while Jackson Jensen is at the helm. Let's go ahead and look at position changes. I'm not sure what position changes we're going to be making. So we got the freshmen coming in: Rob Wells, Hoke, Byler. These are guys that were on the team. These are not freshmen. So I'm excited to see what our freshmen look like, because I think I have a freshman that probably will start at quarterback. All right, taking a look at next year's schedule. Fresno State will be playing at Kent State In week 1, our old stomping grounds, our old team that beat us last year, we are looking for revenge this year. This year, we're going to have to do it at Dig Stadium. Week 2, FCS Midwest from, I believe, Missouri is where they're from, but this one's a home game. Then we got Arizona State. Week 3, I think that's going to be a pretty good game between Arizona State. And the reason Arizona State is on the radar right now is because they stole a couple of recruits that I'm very, very upset about, and I want to show the recruits that they should have picked Fresno State instead. Then we got week 4 against Illinois. I wanted to play a ranked opponent every single year. I felt like Illinois is good, but a team that we could possibly beat. Now, we'll have to see when the season starts whether or not we can actually beat them or not, but I thought that was a pretty good matchup opponent in week 4. Hopefully we can bring in some recruits then and show them that we are the real deal against Illinois. Then we start conference play in week 6 against Wyoming, week 7 at home against UNLV, at home against New Mexico, at home against Colorado State, and at home against Boise State. Then we go on the road to Air Force, Nevada, and finally a senior game against San Jose State. So a pretty good schedule. I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. I did want to get that one-ranked team in there. I think Arizona State's a very good team as well. And then I wanted a team to kind of warm up against, and then a team where, hey, we got to get the stuff figured out. And then we go ahead and play 2 tough opponents in Arizona State and Illinois. So that's going to do it for this year's schedule. In next episode, you're going to see us go ahead and start the season off. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the depth chart as it is right now. And this will kind of fluctuate based on how they play and stuff. So we got Aguilera. I think he's going to be our number 1, our first day starter. We got quite a few good players that aren't going to play this year, and that's just kind of how it is. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it is how it is. Either you play, sometimes you don't. Like it's how being a football team is. So that being said, wide receiver, I do want to take Page up. Page is going to be I want him to be our number 3. I want to get Page going here. Johnson, our number 1. Hook, our number 2. I'm excited about Hook and the transfer there. Left tackle, we're looking pretty good. I'm excited about what our left tackles are. And I'm excited, too, about who we have behind them. So we got some younger guys, sophomore here at left tackle, the backup. Left guard-wise, I think you're starting. Dockett should be starting at right guard. I'm not sure why he is in there. Yeah, left guard. Center is good. Right guard should be right tackle. Pretty excited. I'm really excited about how everything kind of seemed to work out. I feel actually really confident this year in our offensive line. I hope that doesn't let me down. I hope I'm not like week 1 being like, all right, we suck. White, you're starting here. And when they do this, it irritates me. It makes me so irritable when they do that crap. If you want him to be there, he could be there. Right ends, we want our right end. And then we can go left in, and then we can go. So, yeah, I'm actually really excited for the team this year. I think this year we're going to be a lot better than we were last year. I hope, again, I'm not proved wrong there. I think they're going to be good this year. Rouse, Brenham in that middle linebacker spot. Rouse, I'm excited for him and his senior year. I think he's one of the best linebackers in the nation. Hopefully he can kind of show that off this year. Corners, we'll have to see how the corners go. We'll have to see how everything kind of weighs itself out. I think we go Scrugan here. I think he is what we look for in a free safety, and I'm excited to see what he could do as a freshman. Sophomore, that's good. Kicker, clearly freshman. Kick returner. Let's do Page. Why not? Or let's do Malawalu. Let's do Malawalu and the avocado. So that's going to be it. And that's going to be the depth chart going into the season. I will see you guys next week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button so that you can see how we do in Season 3. Until next time, Slacker out.